So this is just a random video. I know you really can't see me too well. I'm about to head in. But I just wanted to give you like what's been going on the past few days. It was actually yesterday. I what was it? Oh yeah, I was doing some deliveries and my mother usually rides with me because she don't like to be in her house all the time. So she comes with me for the ride. And she happened to see that she looked on my lips and she said that they were blue. And so I looked in the mirror and I really didn't see nothing. And I don't know, maybe maybe it was just in her mind or whatever it is. But once she said that, fear like got a hold of me, and I started thinking the worst. That maybe I was having issues, heart wise. And it's amazing what the mind can do. That if you focus long enough for a part of your body to start hurting or whatever, then it can. And I first heard that in like ninth grade. Someone's mentioned something about that. And I never tried it, of course. But I know that when you allow it, when you allow fear to come in, then you can allow the enemy to work and pain can begin. And I did that. I allowed, my mind to let the enemy come in and cause whatever it was causing. And my mother had said that that's psychosomatic. I guess that's the name for it. So I was just having fear in my mind. Oh man, what if I have a heart issue or whatever it could be. And I started getting aches in my chest. And I that night I was watching Little House on the Prairie with my mother, and there's an episode where Charles wants to leave a legacy. So he creates these tables and he has his own, I guess you would say signature to put on whatever he's made. But before that, before he did all that, he was talking with his friend, and his friend was talking along those lines that, you know, what does he have to leave on this earth, for people to remember him? Well, he ended up leaving the earth, and no, there was just a grave marker, and there was nothing about him, and that really hit Charles. But the point of the story was, there was apparently issues with him physically. He was getting this pain in his arm, and then after he's done with his conversation with Charles, he said that his arm was on fire. And I heard that and I was like, oh man. So then my arm started feeling uncomfortable. And so today, last night I could not sleep whatsoever. It wasn't until like 3 in the morning in which I fell asleep. But then I could not get comfortable whatsoever where I was sleeping. And I would toss and I would turn, and no matter what I did, it was uncomfortable for me. So today I went to the hospital, because I wanted to get it checked if there was an issue, because I don't want to wait and then for something to be worse and I'm not doing nothing about it. So I went, they did an EKG, they took some blood, and they ended up telling me that there was nothing wrong. So apparently it was all in my mind. What I allowed fear to come in. And it says in scripture that whatever I have feared has come upon me. And I allowed that to come in. So apparently everything's fine, and I really need to work on rebuking the enemy, telling him to leave, getting rid of any kind of fear that I have, any kind of whatever aches I have. I need to stand by healing for this. And just saying that, like I said, the mind is powerful, and we can cause things to happen, whether we know it or not. So I just wanted to share that with you. And, watch yourself. Make sure you're not fearing anything. If you need healing, God is there. So I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for taking the time to watch.